This is Mrs. Toma. I'm going to do another math video today. However, this video is onto a new topic, and we're going to be talking about shapes. First, we're going to talk about two-dimensional shapes. The screen that I have right over here that's opened, this goes over some shapes that you've probably learned before, as well as some new ones that we'll go over today. So, two-dimensional shapes are flat shapes. They're flat. That's something that you'd want to remember. Two-dimensional is flat. So we have a circle that doesn't have any sides. It's curved. We have a square that has 4 sides, a triangle that has 3 sides, a rectangle that has 4 sides, an oval that kind of looks like a circle, but it's a little bit longer in length. Then we have a heart, we have a star. This is a new one. I'm not sure if you've heard of it before. Maybe you have. It's called a rhombus. A rhombus also has 4 sides, as you can see, and it kind of looks like a diamond. Then we have a crescent. This looks like a moon shape. Semicircle, as you can see here, this is half of a circle. So a semicircle is half of a circle. Then we have pentagon that has 5 sides, hexagon that has 6 sides, octagon, this has 8 sides, decagon, 10 sides. Then we have what's known as a trapezoid. This also has 4 sides. And then a parallelogram, which is 4 sides as well and kind of looks like a rectangle. Okay, some words to know, some key words are vertex. And as you can see here, the vertex is where the 2 lines meet. So kind of like the corner. So in this triangle, it has 1, 2, 3 vertices because there's 3 corners over here. And then this, the longer part is called a side, so it has 1, 2, 3 sides. A rectangle has 4 vertices. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 corners. And then sides, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we have a circle. It doesn't have a vertex or a side. It just has a curve. And then we have a square, which is similar to the rectangle in that it has 1, 2, 3, 4 vertices and 4 sides. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, just another review here. Make this a little bit bigger. So a hexagon has 6 sides and it has 6 corners. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pentagon has 5 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And sorry, I should have mentioned it also has a hexagon has 6 corners. We're also known as a vertex. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pentagon has 5 corners. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Octagon has 8 sides and 8 corners. We're not going to worry about these right angles for now. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A rectangle has 4 sides and 4 corners. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. And a rectangle is identified by having 2 long sides and then 2 short sides. Then we have a triangle, has 3 sides and 3 corners. 1, 2, 3. Square has 4 sides and 4 corners. 1, 2, 3, 4. And all of its lines are the exact same, not like the rectangle where it has 2 long and 2 short. In a square, they're all equal. And then we have a circle. It doesn't have any corners, and its sides doesn't look like how the rest of these shapes look, whereas it's lines. This is called, it has a curve, so we would say it has a curved side. Okay, just to keep on reviewing, a triangle has 3 sides and 3 angles. So like I said over here, where these 2 lines meet, the corner, that's called an angle. That was what we called it in our other slides. We called it a vertex or a corner. But another word to know that also belongs here is an angle. So for a triangle, where these 2 points meet, where the vertex would be or the corner would be, that's also where the angle is. So it's how big these 2 lines are. So we have 3 sides, 1, 2, 3, and then we have 3 angles over here, 1, 2, and 3. So just to show you, where these 2 lines meet, over here, that's where we are calling it our vertex or our corner, and also an angle. So just to make it bigger, you see how these 2 lines kind of meet like this. How big they are, so outlining like this, that is the angle. So that's how we get the angle. So in some shapes it's big, some it's small, but that's what we're looking for over here. That's what it means when it says angle. So just to outline it for the rest of these, that's our angle, and that's our angle. Okay, let's move on. So over here it says this is a tricycle, and a tricycle, if you notice, has 3 wheels, 1, 2, 3. And then we have triangle that has 3 sides, 1, 2, and 3. So the word tri means 3. So anytime you see the word tri in front of another word, you just know that tri means 3. Another word that you might not know, it's called a quadrilateral. It's kind of a hard word. Quadrilateral. So a quadrilateral is like a family. And in this family, all of its members have 4 sides and 4 angles. So quad means 4. Just like how we said tri means 3, well, quad means 4. So as you can see here, here's our family of quadrilaterals. We have the kite, which has 4 sides, as you could see. We have the parallelogram, which has 4 sides, as you could see. We have a trapezoid, also has 4 sides. An isosceles trapezoid also has 4 sides. A rectangle has 4 sides. A square has 4 sides. And a rhombus has 4 sides. So, just one thing that you should keep in mind with this slide is quadrilateral. Each type of quadrilateral, whether it's a kite or a rectangle or a square, they all have 4 sides and 4 angles. They may look differently, but they all have 4 sides and 4 angles. And just remember that quad means 4. So, just like how I was showing you before in the triangle, I'm just going to highlight this part. That would be our angle here in our parallelogram. Our angle here, and our angle. So just like with this parallelogram, each time where these 2 lines meet at this vertex, the way these 2 lines meet is considered the angle. And as you can see, some of them, as you can see with the rectangle, some of them have a larger angle, some of them have a smaller angle. But just know that a quadrilateral, that's a family, and all of its members over here have 4 sides and 4 angles. Okay, this is a quad bike. So it has 4 wheels. One, we can't see the other one back here, 2, 3, and 4. And then a quadrilateral has 1, 2, 3, and 4 sides. So just remember that quad means 4. And, oops, sorry. A quadrilateral, as just to review, it has 4 sides. It's a 2-dimensional shape that, just as all these shapes are 2-dimensional. Remember, 2-dimensional is a flat shape. And all of its sides are straight. They're not curved like a circle. And they all end up closing at a point. So you can see here. Well, actually, let's go back over here. All of these lines are straight. They look slanted based off how to make that shape. But it's all closed up. So you could see they meet at these points. There's no open points in any of these shapes. They all meet at one corner. So all of these quadrilaterals meet at a point. So that's something to keep in mind. So they all have 4 sides and 4 angles. They're closed. There's no opening to get inside there. They're all closed. And they're all a 2-dimensional shape. They're all flat. Okay. Now we're moving on to a pentagon. A pentagon has 5 sides and 5 angles. So we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is just a real life sign that we could see out in the streets when we're just walking or driving. It's a crosswalk sign, and so, or that you see it around in the school zone. So just to know that these shapes are all around us. We see them everywhere. And this is just one example of that. And obviously each shape that we're learning about, it's all made up of different sides. So we're just learning now about their names and what to call them. So next time you see this sign, you can say, hey, that's a pentagon. Another example of a pentagon is a doghouse. A doghouse has 5 sides, so it's considered to be a pentagon. So as you can see here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's our pentagon. As long as it has 5, sorry about that, as long as it has 5 sides, that's our pentagon. Now moving on, our hexagon has 6 sides and 6 angles. So we could see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it has 6 sides. And where our vertex or corner would be over here, as well as our angles. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. An example of a hexagon would be a bee's honeycomb. So as you can see, it has 6 sides. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So a shape with 6 sides is considered to be a hexagon. A heptagon has 7 sides and 7 angles. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And just to label, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then where these 2 points meet is our corner and just to shade in how our angle would look as well. This is our angle over here. So as you can see, this angle looks different from like how an angle would look like in a triangle. So just being mindful of what our vocabulary is. Just going to highlight all of our angles in our heptagon. Okay, so heptagon, 7 sides, 7 angles. Next one, an octagon, which I'm pretty sure we've all seen stop signs all around us. An octagon has 8 sides and 8 angles. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So 8 sides and 8 angles for an octagon. Okay, if we look over here, this trampoline, it has 8 sides, so it's considered to be an octagon. Try to outline these shapes for you. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So those are our sides that make up our trampoline, and it's considered to be an octagon. Okay, the next one is a nonagon that has 9 sides and 9 angles. So we have 1, 2, 3, or let me just label them for you, it might be easier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 9 sides and 9 angles is a nonagon. Okay, and lastly, we have a decagon, and that has 10 sides and 10 angles. So we'll just number these as well. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And that's the last one that we're going to be talking about for today. So I'm going to go back up to the top and just review the shapes that we learned. So we have a triangle, which has 3 sides and 3 angles. So instead of just saying a rectangle or a square, which have 4 sides, we are reviewing quadrilaterals because it's a family and each member in that family has 4 sides and 4 angles. And quad means 4. Okay, then we have pentagon, 5 sides, 5 angles. Hexagon, 6 sides, 6 angles. Heptagon, 7 sides, 7 angles. Octagon, 8 sides, 8 angles. Nonagon, 9 sides, 9 angles. And lastly, a decagon, 10 sides and 10 angles. So this was a introduction to 2-dimensional shapes. And as you can see, all of these shapes are flat. They're all flat shapes. And that's what 2-dimensional means. It's a flat shape. My next video will go over 3-dimensional, and then we will see how it's different than this 2-dimensional. So look out for that video.